that all children in Gauteng has equal education. And we just want to hear a little bit from you about that vision, MEC, and then also maybe in response to what you've heard, and there's many more stories. We hope you're going to be able to hear more of them in time.
And let me thank everyone that is here for your time and opportunity to engage and share ideas with us. I'm one person that appreciates people's input. It's just unfortunate that we've got these pressures to launch on Wednesday, and there's some consultation that one has to conclude with affected stakeholders. So my apologies. I wished I would be here until the end of the program, but I'm really sorry that we can't. We'll never defeat poverty if you can't get our education system right. We'll never sustain this country if we'll rely on social grants to resolve the problems of poverty. And it's mainly and through education that we can break the shackles of poverty. But unfortunately, our education system is like an Irish coffee. Those that need education disparately are at the bottom of the system. And those that fortunately can't afford education, they're on top of that system. And that we've got the sprinkles of chocolate all over to those that can maneuver the system. Until we get that right, to ensure that the education system in this country addresses the needs of this country, we are not going to succeed or go anywhere. Where I stand, we've managed to produce what we call our 10-point plan. I'm glad the principals and everyone is reciting our commitment, is to say, where do you want to be in the next 5 years as this province? This is the economic hub of the country. Everyone relies on us for us to fuel the economy of this country. And where I stand as well is that if we can't fix township education, we'll never resolve the problems that we're facing in this country. It's not an obsession to solve township education. It's because the largest numbers of learners in the education system are there. That when you speak about poverty and reconciliation of this country speaking about, it is those parents that have sacrificed their well-being for their children to get better education. These parents are saying, I'll rather suffer in my informal settlement, I'll rather suffer without getting something to eat, as long as my child can be at school. You don't have to disappoint that kind of a parent. So our mission is very simple: fix township education, position the province, compete with the best in the world. I want those that are the best. I'm not going to be excited that I'm the #1 MEC in terms of matric results. I'm not going to be excited that I'm #1 MEC in terms of the annual national assessment. Is my #1 the #1 in the world? Surely not. Our best are not the best in the world. And for us to be the best in the world, we need to ensure that we've got quality education available to every learner. Now I want us to underline that word. Quality education available to every learner. So it must not be where you are born that determines your destiny in life. It must be the quality of education that you access that must shape who you are in this country. But unfortunately, we have some backlogs that we have to confront and confront head-on. Unfortunately, others will be hurt, but in the process, the interest of the country will be covered. Let me tell you why. And that is why I embrace PFP, and I'm part of this program, and I support it wholeheartedly. And I met with the team to say, that's what we need, the ability of South Africans to share their skills, to uplift those that need those skills, so that the system can function. That's the bottom line. But we need to sort it within the education system. The best physical science teacher in this country, even if I can advertise the post of a physical science that I need in Soweto, the best physical science teacher will never apply for that post. The best principal that I need in the system, where I need that principal in the township, even if I can apply, I can advertise that post, I'll never get that principal to apply for a post in Tembisa. The best teacher that is teaching physical science in the schools that we've just heard, those that have money will easily recruit that person to go to their former Model C schools. So the system transformation will never work. I can't recruit the best is that live in the system. So you need to have a balance. And that balance is the bullet that we need to bite, or else the system won't function. Because those that are passing, those that are teaching well, are teaching fewer learners. Those that are not teaching well are teaching majority of our children. We need to close that gap. And we can only close that gap through skills transfer. And that is why I'm saying, if we can get the school governing body of Sentin High, because in the school governing body of Sentin High, you've got chartered accountants there, you've got the judge there, you've got the HR specialist there. But in the school governing body in Alexander, you only get a grain that is receiving a social grant. So you will never get the skill that will allow us to uplift our schooling system. That is why I'm saying, if we can team the two school governing bodies to say, run these schools on our behalf in the same manner that you are running in your own schools. You immediately transfer schools to those that don't have the skills. You immediately have people that can provide assistance and guidance that you need. And that's the ability that we are putting in the system. South Africans, with our historical fears and historical backlogs, will resist, but unfortunately, if we can't find a mechanism, we'll never do. And the closest mechanism that came to this view is when I met the team of PFP to say, MEC, we'll give you 66 CEOs of companies. They will shadow all your principals, give guidance, give them the practices that they need, the knowledge that are now. And that's how I said, count me in. I'm part with this process. Because it's the ability to share our talents, it's the ability to share our skills that will be in a position to lift up the system. But there are historical problems in the system. And those are the problems that you need to tackle them head on, unfortunately. One of it is that to be the best, you must recruit the best. You must not have a system where, because schools stand and fall on principles. And previously, in the last 20 years, not these principles, other principles. For you to be a principal, you must belong to a certain teacher union or a political party or a street committee. It was not about your capabilities and your talent and your qualifications. If you can't get that right, you will not get the education system right. So now we've put it quite clear. Those that we recruit on the basis of their capabilities, not on the basis of their affiliation and who they're close to, who they love, or who will protect them when they have problems. And that is very, very key, because we waste lots and lots of money on newspaper advertisement. But when you see the newspaper advertisement, you can see that this post is meant for someone, it's not meant to recruit, and it's a waste of money and all other related matters. So that's how it is. Secondly, have the system to function. And for the system to function, there must be a level of accountability, clear role clarifications. Because there are so many people that are doing things that are not paid, they are not paid to do. They are paid to teach, but they spend 75% in meetings of a certain teacher union or a certain political party. So there must be accountability. People must account. The principals, they know. We have set the bar. If we are saying achieve 80%, if you achieve 75%, there must be consequences, because those are the targets that we agree and the things that work. So I'm quite convinced with this program. I'm supportive of the people that have sacrificed their time, they've sacrificed their energy to go and uplift the standard of our principals and indirectly uplift the quality of education in this province. And I can assure you, good people, one day in our lifetime, we'll achieve quality education and all of us will be proud. Thank you so much.
Thank you. MEC, before we let you go, we just want to tell people about your commitment. When we met with the MEC in December, we asked him, one of the business leaders who have signed up to be part of the 66 Schools project, which again I will tell you about in a minute, said to me, I want to know that, that you will not back this principle if the principle is not worth backing, which was a big challenge to us, because in the past we've always just backed our principles no matter what. So we said to the MEC, what will we do if one of these business leaders in the room work with the principal and the principal is genuinely just not up to the job? And he said, his door is open, we can come and talk to him, he's going to meet with all of us, all of the business leaders involved with the project soon, hopefully, where we can bring to him any of the questions we have, because the business leaders say to me, I don't understand this aspect of how the education system works. So for those of you who are keen to be in that conversation, join us, and then you can be in the conversation around what we as business can do to make education work. We're rooting for them, so we're rooting for you, so please go and we wish you well, and we're going to enjoy the rest of the evening, and we're going to miss you. met you.
I'm sorry.
But we'll connect with you again sometime in the future.
Yeah. But thank you so much, and thank you for the opportunity and the time. Those that are investing their time, let me assure you, we appreciate it. We appreciate it a lot, because you are 1 hour in terms of rents and cents. It's something that we can afford. For you to choose to wait, to spend your time with us, we really appreciate it. And to the principals that are here, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. Let's not play with it. Give the time, the energy, and ensure that there are benefits from both sides. But those principles that unfortunately cannot be changed, which is reality, is life. There are some people that you can't change. Leave them with me. I'll deal with it.